Would you give up your Olympic athlete career, your country and your language for love? In 2011, Charlene Wittstock did exactly that. Cher retired from swimming, left South Africa, learned French and Monegasque, and married a prince 20 years her senior, who already had 2 children born out of wedlock. It sounds like a fairy tale, but her story is far more complex, shaped by duty, sacrifice, and quiet resilience. And unlike traditional princesses, she didn't arrive in diamonds and tiaras. She arrived in a swimsuit and goggles. Today, we'll take you on the journey of an Olympic swimmer who became Princess of Monaco and look at how her jewellery collection reflects her transformation. Did she embrace royal jewels or remain the athlete at heart? We'll explore it piece by piece, but before we begin, let us ask you one question. What do you think it's like to trade an Olympic pool for a palace? To exchange gold medals for diamond tiaras? Write down your thoughts, and we're starting with the main story. Charlene Lynette Wittstock was born on January 25, 1978, in Bulawayo, Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe. Her father, Michael Wittstock, was a sales manager. Her mother, Lynette, was a former competitive diver and swimming instructor. Charlene grew up with 2 younger brothers, Gareth and Sean, in an athletic household where discipline and determination were valued above all. In 1989, when Charlene was 12 years old, her family emigrated to South Africa. They settled in Benoni, near Johannesburg. It was here that Charlene's swimming career truly began. Trained by her mother, she quickly rose through the ranks. In 1996, at just 18 years old, Charlene won the South African Championships. She was named Best Female Swimmer of the tournament. This was only the beginning. In 2000, Charlene achieved what most athletes only dream of. She represented South Africa at the Sydney Olympic Games as part of the women's 4x100 metre medley relay team. Her team finished 5th, not a medal, but an Olympic achievement nonetheless. That same year, fate intervened. After the Olympics, Charlene travelled to Monaco for the Mare Nostrum swimming competition. She won gold in the 200 metre backstroke. And in the crowd watching her compete was Prince Albert II of Monaco. He was 42 years old. She was 22. He was a reigning sovereign prince. She was a competitive swimmer. Charlene continued swimming. In 2002, she won 3 World Cup gold medals. She captured a silver medal in the women's 4x100 metre medley relay at the Commonwealth Games. She was at the peak of her career. But a shoulder injury changed everything. Although she qualified to swim for the South African team at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, Charlene was forced to retire from competitive swimming in 2007 due to injury. The dream was over. Or perhaps a different dream was beginning. That same year, she officially moved from South Africa to Monaco. She took up residence in an apartment. She began learning French and Monegasque. She started participating in charitable causes, including the Nelson Mandela Foundation and the Giving Organisation Trust. Slowly, the world began to realise this wasn't just a friendship. This was a royal romance. In 2006, the couple was first spotted publicly together at the Olympic Winter Games in Turin, Italy. A few months later, she accompanied him to a charity ball in Monaco. Prince Albert had a reputation. 20 years Charlene's senior, he was known internationally as a playboy. He had at least 2 acknowledged children born out of wedlock, Alexandra and Jasmin. In 2002, amid doubts that Albert would ever marry, Monaco's parliament had even changed the constitution to include female siblings and their heirs in the line of succession, making Albert's older sister, Princess Caroline, first in line. But Charlene changed that. On June 23, 2010, Prince Albert announced their engagement at the Palace of Monaco. And on July 1st and 2nd, 2011, Monaco witnessed its first royal wedding since Prince Rainier III married American actress Grace Kelly in 1956. The wedding was a two-day affair, July 1st, 2011, a civil ceremony in the throne room of the Prince's palace. Charlene wore an elegant powder blue Chanel suit with a matching fascinator. Simple, understated, no tiara. July 2nd, 2011, the religious ceremony took place in the palace's courtyard of honor. This was the televised spectacle the world had been waiting for. Charlene wore a custom Giorgio Armani privé gown, ivory silk, off the shoulder, embellished with 40,000 Swarovski crystals and 20,000 mother-of-pearl teardrops. The train measured 5 meters long and was embroidered with her initials intertwined with Albert's. It was breathtaking, but there was no tiara. Instead, Charlene wore a delicate diamond floral hairpiece borrowed from Princess Caroline's collection. A subtle choice. Unexpectedly. Why no tiara? Prince Albert had commissioned multiple jewelers, including Van Cleef and Arpels and Lorenz Boimer, to create tiaras specifically for Charlene's wedding. But she chose not to wear them. Perhaps it was nerves. Perhaps it was a statement. Perhaps she simply wasn't ready. The tiaras would wait. After the ceremony, the couple honeymooned in Mozambique, and when they returned, Charlene stepped into her new life as Her Serene Highness, Princess of Monaco. Unlike Grace Kelly, who inherited historic jewels from the Grimaldi family, Charlene received newly commissioned pieces. Prince Albert instructed several renowned jewelers to create a modern collection for his bride. The most significant piece in Charlene's collection is the Van Cleef and Arpels Ocean Tiara. Van Cleef and Arpels has been an official supplier to the Royal House of Grimaldi since 1956, when they designed a pearl parure for Princess Grace. For Charlene, they created something deeply personal. The design, inspired by the sea. 3 different shades of sapphires, light blue, medium blue and deep blue, representing the waters off the coast of Monaco and the ocean around South Africa, Charlene's homeland. The tiara is convertible. It can be worn as a tiara or transformed into a necklace. The design features circular elements resembling crashing waves. Diamonds set in platinum create movement and light. It shows the symbolism of Monaco as a maritime principality, and Charlene was an Olympic swimmer. A water-themed gift was perfect. But here's the twist. Charlene didn't wear the ocean tiara at her wedding. It was displayed at the Oceanographic Museum of Monaco in an exhibition entitled L'Histoire du mariage princier, the story of the prince's wedding. She first wore it in necklace form at her first official Red Cross ball in August 2011. Paired with a vibrant fuchsia pink acris gown, the sapphire and diamond necklace draped elegantly around her neck. It wasn't until 2014 that she was photographed wearing it in tiara form for the Spanish magazine Hola. And then, she stopped wearing it as a tiara. In 2020, at a gala in Tbilisi, Georgia, she wore it again, as a necklace. In July 2022, she wore the central element of the ocean tiara as a necklace to a garden party hosted by Van Cleef and Arpels. The pattern is clear. Princess Charlene prefers the necklace form. She also likes the matching ocean earrings. She's worn them on several occasions. Sapphire and diamond drops that echo the tiara's wave design. In 2011, Lorenz Boimer was chosen as Princess Charlene's personal jeweller for her marriage. Among several proposals, one tiara won her heart. The Écume de Diamant, diamond foam. The design is inspired by their shared passion for the sea. Charlene, a swimming champion, Lorenz Bäumer, a surfing enthusiast. It was made of round diamonds and baguettes set in polished white gold for a mirror effect. When assembled, the tiara reflects light and recalls the movement of waves. Karl Lagerfeld photographed Lorenz Bäumer and Princess Charlene together, with Charlene wearing the diamond foam tiara. It's a stunning image, a modern princess with a modern jewel. But like the ocean tiara, the diamond foam has rarely been seen in public. She wore it to the National Day Gala on November 19th, 2025 only. One of the most spectacular pieces in Charlene's collection appeared not at her wedding ceremony, but at the evening concert afterward. Following the civil ceremony on July 1st, 2011, Prince Albert and Princess Charlene attended a special Jean-Michel Jarre concert at the port of Monaco. For the throne room ceremony, Charlene had worn only simple Taba diamond stud earrings. But for the concert, she revealed the Tabahim Infinis Eind Infamed Emmentines. The Lebanese jewellers Taba designed this piece in close collaboration with Charlene herself. She worked directly with designer Naguib Taba through a series of meetings, providing input on every detail. The necklace was made of 1,237 white diamonds in round and baguette cuts and 6 large pear-shaped white pearls. The design is inspired by water, continuing the ocean theme of her other wedding jewels. Naguib Taba explained, "The design of the necklace is imbued with fluid structure, ripples that at once wrap as if to protect the neck, while simultaneously cascading over the collarbone where the large pearls drop, their individual settings ensuring delicate sparkle and warm glow as they catch the light. The necklace mimics the ripples of water. The cascading design reflects movement and flow. Perfect for an Olympic swimmer, despite it being a wedding gift from Albert. Charlene wore it exactly only twice during her wedding celebrations in 2011 and at the European Swimming Meet in 2024. Charlene isn't a tiara princess, she is absolutely an earring princess. As she settled into her role as Monaco's First Lady, observers noticed a pattern. At important events, Charlene wore extravagant earrings instead of tiaras. Charlene has made earrings her signature. And in doing so, she's modernized royal jewelry protocol. Let's explore her most spectacular pairs. When Van Cleef and Arpels created the ocean tiara, they also designed matching earrings. And unlike the tiara, which Charlene rarely wears, she's worn the earrings multiple times. The design echoes the tiara's wave motif. 3 shades of sapphires, light blue, medium blue, deep blue, representing the waters off Monaco and South Africa. Diamonds and sapphires set in platinum. They're substantial without being overwhelming. Modern without losing elegance. Charlene has worn them to Red Cross balls, state events and charity galas. They've become one of her go-to pairs. At the July 29th, 2023 Red Cross Ball, Charlene wore one of her most spectacular pairs yet. The Lovia earrings from Van Cleef and Arpels' 2019 Romeo and Juliet collection. The design is extraordinary. Complicated diamond and sapphire settings with detachable sapphire drops. The earrings can be worn long or shortened by removing the drops. 2 looks in one pair. The sapphires are deep blue. The diamonds are brilliant. Craftsmanship is impeccable. Estimated value, over £100,000. Her most dramatic aquamarine pair features briolette cut and pear-shaped aquamarines arranged in a cascading waterfall design. Set with diamond pave, these spectacular earrings contain 43.03 carats of aquamarines and 3.15 carats of diamonds. The stones flow downward in a graduated arrangement, creating movement and catching light with every turn of her head. Princess Charlene debuted these at the Monaco Red Cross Ball on August 2nd, 2013, where their pale blue colour perfectly complemented her gown and symbolised her deep connection to water. The waterfall effect is particularly meaningful. A former swimmer wearing cascading aquamarines is both poetic and intentional. Charlene owns a second, more streamlined pair of Graf aquamarine earrings, featuring elegant pear-shaped drops suspended from diamond settings. First photographed before her 2011 wedding at a cocktail reception, paired with a lanvin dress. These earrings became something of a mystery. When they reappeared at a Mont Blanc reception during Oscars weekend, observers tried to identify the maker. Mont Blanc denied creating them. Taber denied them. Even Graf initially remained silent. Eventually confirmed as Graf pieces, their simpler silhouette makes them more versatile than the elaborate waterfall pair. Suitable for both formal galas and less formal occasions. In May 2021, Charlene travelled to South Africa to raise awareness about rhinoceros poaching. It was supposed to be a short trip, but during the visit, she developed a severe ear, nose, and throat infection. Earlier in the spring, she'd undergone a sinus lift and bone grafting procedure. The infection prevented her from flying above 20,000 feet due to problems equalizing pressure. She was stuck. For months, Charlene remained in South Africa, unable to return to Monaco, unable to see her husband, unable to see her children. She missed the 2021 Monaco Grand Prix. She missed the 10th anniversary of her wedding in June 2021, a milestone she later described as extremely difficult and deeply saddening. After multiple procedures, surgeries on her sinuses, ear canals, and throat, she was finally medically cleared to return home in November 2021. It wasn't until April 2022 that she began returning to public life. When Charlene returned, the jewellery returned with her. At a garden party hosted by Van Cleef and Arpels in July 2022, she wore the ocean necklace, a signal she was back. Since then, she's appeared at state events, charity galas, family occasions. While Charlene's jewellery may be minimal compared to other royals, her work is not. In December 2012, she established the Princess Charlene of Monaco Foundation. Its mission, to save lives by fighting drowning and promoting the educational values of sport. The foundation operates internationally. It teaches water safety. It builds swimming programs. It fights the global drowning epidemic. She's honorary president of Monaco Against Autism, Pink Ribbon Monaco, Breast Cancer Awareness, and the Monegasque Rugby Federation. Charlene Wittstock didn't simply marry a prince. She transformed, from Olympic athlete to royal consort, from South African swimmer to Monegasque princess. Her jewellery tells that story, not an inherited empire, not of centuries-old tiaras, but of a modern woman navigating an ancient institution, and perhaps that's why her story still fascinates us.